Go?
So hello, everybody. This is Stories of Henrietta that we have a scene in the High Rock city of Gehenna. Our scene will begin with actually Grognak. So, Grognak, you are in the city and you know that you are invited to a meeting for
Is it?
the meeting of the seasons and with the seasons.
Uh, okay.
The You know the basic rules. You arrive to the meeting, changing your appearance a bit, making sure nobody's following you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Take two steps around the city, take two turns around the city, and you enter to the building. This is like an abandoned house where there's a guy waiting and there's a mirror. When you enter the mirror, you actually see at least 15 men. All of them are wearing different type of suits, not suits or different kind of clothing. And finally, there was this dude who is staying at the front, and you know him to be the Seasons.
Mm-hmm.
This is a bigger meeting than you thought. There's 15 people. Normally you meet like 5, 6. Everyone has their faces kind of covered. So are you. To avoid detection and, knowing everyone, but you know when you see Seasons. One by one, people starts to give reports. Reports from Hammerfell, reports from elsewhere, reports from Morrowind. The time comes to give the report from Skyrim. The One of the guys talk about how Riften is Riften, having some problems with the Thieves Guild. And they say that the one of the one of the king's Ulfric's advisors is going to marry with uh, Jarl of Riften's daughter.
But I happen to know who that is. Not the daughter, the advisor.
You know the advisor. It's Aviana, Aviana's nephew.
Do it.
It is said that Ulfric is actually unable to make sons, which is becoming a bit of a problem for him. They talk and talk and talk, and your turn comes, and Seasons actually looks to Grobnak and says, "We have heard some interesting reports from you. So please tell us everything that we can know and we need to learn."
Just like I said in my reports, the things I've written, the mother is in danger from the individual known as Imric, and he plans to do the things that do the same things, or one way or another, that happened thousands of years ago. The same things that Minimark was done, but this time he has something that might actually make him succeed. He has what we know or think is an ancient artifact that was kept in the missing island once held by the fuck, I can't think of the name.
Strategic order.
Civic Order. Thank you. We also know for a fact that Imric has obliterated the order.
People are gasping and shit when you talk about this.
Like I said in my notes, the guild that I am posted in is trying to stop him. We are slowly getting bits and pieces of information that will help us. But if the case of us failing or Imric actually succeeds, like in the message I sent, I hope that you have advised our kings, our emperor, to parlay for a brief peace to stop something that, well, if is not stopped, will end our very own existence. There's no point in being an emperor if there is nothing to rule. After all,
They nod. We heard. We have reached by the silence. They sent messengers to us.
what uh, what have they said?
Silence understands that they are going to do some secret jobs in Skyrim. And for them that they wish to collaborate and share information. One of the guys kind of raises his hand. It's an imperial, not a small kid, but like it's a short guy who is obviously new at the job. And he says, we actually have reports of some members of the Eldmeri Dominion entering Skyrim. Altmers who are casting magic to look like Bosmers and Khajiit caravans. They are actually also going to Markarth, but they're staying outside of Markarth and waiting. It seems they're waiting. They seem like they're waiting for something or someone.
I might have information regarding that. I believe that I may or may not have made contact with an individual of Mary Dominion known as the Griffin. And I believe that he also knows who I am. We both mutually know each other and trying to help each other to try and stop this Imric menace. And he has shared information with me regarding an artifact underneath Markarth. The guild knows of this artifact as well, through other means. We know that Imric plans on getting it to complete his mission, to complete whatever it is he holds. Like a key, we think.
They say names, and some of the names, it's like they say 4 names. And one of the names belongs to the Grobnak. The rest of them starts to leave. After they leave, the Seasons actually says, and Cymric business is starting to create some noises, especially with the Eldmeri Dominion coming to our shores, asking for help. It means that they are either careless or they have no choice. which will. What can you more tell us about this Griffin individual, Grobnak?
I believe this individual might be, well, used to be one of our own. An individual known as, oh god damn it.
Sir Finnebar.
Why did I forget his name? An individual known as Sir Finnegar, a hero that disappeared.
Hero of Riverdane. I think that was Logain, obviously, but whatever. Hmm. You ask about this man in your letters.
Yes.
Now, we already told you that we were suspecting him to have connections in Talmor, but you are sure that this is correct now?
I still have my doubts, but it makes sense, to me at least. Call it a hunch. He has connections. He knows of the artifact underneath Markar. He actually asked me for help. At least, I think that was he was talking about. He was captured when he was trying to go underneath Markarth by a bunch of savage Bretons. And then after that, we started hearing of this individual called Griffin by an assassin of Aldmeri Dominion that sent to aid in the assassination of the Jarl of Markarth. About how the Griffin is in Skyrim as well.
Hmm.
And how the Griffin is on an important mission.
What are the capabilities of this eye?
Omnipotence, omnipresence, and that's at least what we think. We don't truly know what it can do, but we know it possesses great power, considering it is the Eye of Magnus, and was well hidden to the world by the Stygic Order for what power it holds. But we also know that it might be locked, or something barring Imric from gaining its true power, and we think that lock or key can be opened by the artifact in Markar, and for some reason Imric cannot himself just get it. At least at the moment. We also know that the artifact is watching us, people of the guild, but thanks to the Mages Guild, Mages College in Skyrim, we have been hidden from it.
So we can't see anything and everywhere.
Yes. Just think of it as an artifact that amplifies your being, I suppose. Think of it like one of the divines, I suppose.
Gentlemen, says he, looks at everyone. This artifact is going to be quite useful in the war that is about to come. The Empire is not what it is. And our Aldmeri Dominion problem is going to be just more problematic for us. We don't have Morrowind anymore. We don't have Skyrim anymore. We don't have Hammerfell anymore. All we can do to win this war, and this eye can win us the second war that is about to come. Therefore, we may need to get this eye to win the second war. We lost many treasures from the first war when we lost the Elder Scrolls in the Imperial City. Our kingdom does not have the tools, but with this eye, things can be way better.
Grognak's just gonna be quiet. At the moment, we also have information regarding Elder Scrolls. There is some speculations that Imric might try and gain one of those scrolls.
We should stop that.
We are working on it somehow. But it would help if you could try and find out what area he is going to get the scroll from. So far, my friends and I are trying to find an individual that could help us more with our quest towards Imric. And I might have some information that she is being imprisoned in High Rock. I intend to find out if that information is true or not, and where she might be if it is true.
We will search the prisons for you and return to you when we can. Grobnak, another thing is that the slave rebellion here we actually may need slaves to rebel.
Could you repeat that out of character? Did you say slave to rebel?
So like he says we may need slaves to rebel.
Oh, okay. I believe one of my friends is looking to change some rebel hands, but I highly suggested that we don't do that, but if it's needed, then I will try.
One of the houses in the High Rock, one of the kingdoms that has allegiance to our king, is now saying things, whispering words of autonomy. We lost many places. We can't lose High Rock. Therefore, they need to be busy to not rebel. For that reason, we may spark the slave rebellion for a while to create problems here.
Rognak will nod.
Gentlemen, the Golden Gate Inn is where I stay. You can send messengers at night to let me know what's going on. I'm going to have some meetings with the Talmor ambassador, Talmor judiciaries. Now, if there's anything else, I will let you leave. If there's any meetings that you want to hold specifically, please let me know. Anything else I can do for anyone?
Grognak will nod and he will also, nothing.
The meeting is over and everyone slowly goes back home. When Grobnak leaves this place, he starts to hear whispers in his head. It does sound like the best moment to strike.
I know. Nothing could be better. Blame the Eldmeri Dominion.
The voice disappears.
Grognak will, uh, have I heard one of their voices for more than 1 minute?
Pardon?
Have I heard one of the people who talks voices for more than 1 minute?
Yes.
Nice. Nice. When I leave the thing, I would like to be a Nord. Just change my skin color and remove the tusk and maybe rearrange my face a bit to look more Nordic. For the illusion. What's it called? With disguise self.
Um, I am going to hold you for a moment,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to zoom to Morbin or Hadraniel, whichever you want, because I don't want like one scene to dominate everything.
Yeah.
Do Hadraniel. I think it's first timeline wise.
I pressed the wrong button, sorry about that.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Okay, Lucas, you want to speak with Estelle, right?
Yes.
So you wake up at morning after beating the shit out of Morbin. And
Yes.
Hey, it wasn't so bad.
and then you do morning stuff, and then you want to meet with Estelle, right?
Yes, but this time I'm going to try to think of another excuse, probably. That doesn't involve scrolls.
Estelle is basically sleeping in the um, breakfast room, dinner. Pardon, not the lunch room. Dinner for breakfast room. Sorry, the food room where you guys eat food.
So
Mess
she's just
hall.
she's
Dining
just
hall.
so she's just sitting on one of the benches and sleeping.
Yes.
I'm going to take my wand and poke her.
Ow. Fuck off. She didn't even open her eyes.
You look so cute when you sleep.
Not when I talk, right, Hydrania? She gets up immediately.
Why did you fall asleep here?
Because I was actually watching two people fight. Then, oops.
Oops, what?
I fucking fallen asleep with Raniel.
Right. So, Estelle, would you like to drink some wine?
Oh, yeah! That would be amazing!
That's great. Maybe you should eat something, just in case. I wouldn't like to see you go drunk. That'd probably not be a pleasant sight.
You're right, that's what happened at the last time, right? Ha ha!
I'm just face palming. Okay. Eat something and then, I don't know. Where should we meet to drink some wine together?
The Golden Gate is the best place ever.
I'll meet you there. Make sure to eat enough just so you won't be puking your guts out.
Okay, you're right.
I'm going to go to my room and grab the wine. Then go there.
When you go there, she's actually there and eating. This is early in the morning. Not a lot of people is around.
What's she eating?
Mm, potatoes.
Great breakfast.
The best one.
Hmm. I hope you slept well.
Well, I have to say, we're dealing with fire here, and I enjoy dealing with fire.
I trust that you stayed to watch yesterday.
She nods. She nods.
Thought so. What did you find out?
They're going to this Garrus guy. He is going to call Morbin and Alfarius to a sanctuary.
Hmm. Nothing really useful.
They think that one of the leaders is a betrayer, and basically talking about like, "Oh no, brother, you are the speaker now. I probably will let you fuck me in the ass," type of thing.
Hmm. So, would you mind telling me what exactly happened that you allowed Alfarius to escape your right between your fingers?
I don't fucking know, really. Like, it pissed me off as well. What happened is, I was doing things, he was doing things, and then one day he went somewhere, nobody found him, come back and fucking seduce Ariadne.
So, it's been going on for a while.
He was missing for a day. Like, yeah.
Hmm. Wouldn't surprise me if it was one of his plans along with Finbar.
Finnebar was around.
Either way, not sure if I like him manipulating the leader of the guild.
Well, yeah, that's an issue.
Which means we're going to have to help Bazook with his heart's desire.
I think that's a bad idea.
Why?
If we help Bazook,
What?
like, there's not a lot of people who wants this thing in the guild. If we help Bazook, we're the minority right now. Not a lot of people gives a shit about these orcs, as no one does.
Exactly why we can pin that on Ariadne and make her leave the guild. But,
How are we going to pin it to her?
well, who is the public face of the guild? Is it Bazook or is it her?
It's her, but then she can expel you from the guild for doing such a thing.
She doesn't have to know it was me. Just a second.
No problem, I'm reading.
Should I pause?
No, just continue.
I'm back, sorry.
So, what's the? It's no big deal, really. Like, I don't think we're going to make Ariadne look bad by doing that.
Hmm. But we could try.
Like, none of the people gives a shit about the slaves.
Some
Follow
of the people in
doesn't.
the guild.
I don't. Like, people outside does give a shit about the slaves, and while this may have a bad advantage in High Rock and maybe Cyrodiil, it may not really have a bad reputation in Skyrim.
Hmm.
Like, I don't know, I'm not sure. But what I'm trying to say is, you may need to find something on her.
Like what?
I don't fucking know. Like, I think she's kind of doing a good job, not really pushing anything.
I think I can try to push Bazook to work against her. Bazook has a big heart. That means he doesn't like the way Ariadne is just seeking power.
So, who are the supporters of Bazooka in the guild?
I'm not sure. I'm fairly certain that Mormon is one.
No one gives a fuck about what Mormon says, so give me another person.
He had a lot of votes.
Ariadne probably has Aviana. Now Alfarius. 2 votes for certain. Her vote, 3.
But if we manage to convince Aviana, for example, how bad Ariadne actually is, because she probably was wanting to free this, not free to help them end the slave rebellion out of power anyway. If we manage to do that, I'm sure Aviana will change her mind about her Ariadne.
The issue is Ariadne didn't say yes or no about the slave rebellion.
No, but she's considering it, which is already bad enough for some people. Especially considering that she's a worshipper of Talos and all that. Isn't it kind of weird?
Talos is a god of a society. No. Proper, no. What was the name of the god? No, I don't know. Just society.
Mm. And
I don't know, there were always the Talos, who was Tiber Septim, allowed Morrowind to remain as it is. I don't know for certain, I'm just offering different views.
either way, I don't think just leaving Ariadne there without any competition will be any good.
I think we should be more focused on getting the eye for our Lord.
The eye will take a while. It's in Makar. We are not even close to there. And we can't do that alone. For now, we should at least make sure that the guild will support us in most decisions we make.
I agree.
And having one of the leaders at our side is probably quite useful.
Do you know if Morven find my book or not?
I'm not sure, but I believe you should be careful with that. I mean, I know she found out where it was. It was with a novel or something like that. Chad something, or maybe that was the name of the guy. Not sure. She probably has it by now.
Did you tell her what the book is about?
No, but it seems like she wants to read it. She doesn't know how to properly read it, but you probably should take care of that.
If she doesn't give me the book, I will beat it out of her.
Talking about beating out of her, beating stuff out of her. Thank you for yesterday. I believe if you hadn't showed up, we probably would be dead by now.
You are someone who is, well, I am here to help. It is an order, an acknowledgement from my patron. Of course, I will help. In any way, shape, or form. I expect the same, said Manuel.
Yes, as long as it doesn't involve turning me into a rat again, I will make sure to help.
I hope. Yeah, me too. Turning into a rat, it sounds like something Morgan would do.
Don't need
Or
to
I'll.
turn into something you already are.
Ooh.
Now, there is another thing. People probably don't think too highly of you in the guild, considering the persona you decided to show. Which means that if I spend time together with you to talk, people are going to try think that I'm just manipulating you.
Okay.
What should we do about that?
I disagree with the notion of I am not being liked.
Not being what?
Not being liked. I think I am quite enjoyed by many others.
Exactly. But that's not the point. What I'm saying is that people don't think you're very smart. They probably think you're just a fireball crazy person.
Okay.
And although I admit that at first I did approach you because I wanted to manipulate you, that's not why we're talking anymore. Should we leave that to the people to think of? Should we let them think I'm just trying to manipulate you, or should we try to show another image?
I will follow your lead. Whatever you say, I will do it. But are you going to keep this lovey-dovey relationship you have with Morgan?
Lovey dovey. There's only one person I love. And it's not even a
Ah,
person.
she says like, ah, Adrenial.
And it's not you, obviously.
Well, you will in time.
I will what? Fall for
Love
you?
me. Love me, but like, not like you love Morgan.
Well, I hope so, because I don't.
What do you feel about Morgan?
She's... Hmm. Useful. Though I'm not sure if her uses will be lasting for too long. long as she's useful, works.
Hydraniel,
Yes,
you should be getting ready for emergencies.
just a second. Sorry, my dog is just going crazy here because it's raining.
It's fine. We should be ready for emergencies, Hydraniel.
Yes.
I don't
How
think
do
you
you suggest we get
understand.
ready?
I don't think you understand what I mean by emergencies. So tell me, what did you understand from it?
People finding out who we worship.
Yeah.
No?
She comes close. When the eye is safe, when we find this this stone of the David God, which I forget what it is, we should be ready to kill them if need be.
I don't think we are able to kill everyone like that.
There will be people who will try to do it to destroy the eye. I don't think there's only two options in guild.
Morwen has suggested that we destroy it.
People wants to take it for different ideas. I think Ariadne wants for herself. I don't know. Alfair's probably wants it for Dark Brotherhood.
Hmm.
Why Aviana wants it? Probably Favos wants it for himself. Everyone wants it for something. We should be ready, Hydraniel. Either steal it from them immediately.
I don't know if you noticed, but we are not exactly good at sneaking. I mean, you can be with your magic, but that can be detected.
There needs to be other option than just convincing everyone. And we can't convince them when there's a bunch of fanatics and mindless killers in that guild.
He told me that eventually they'd open their eyes. I'm sure that eventually we will be able to convince them.
And Hydraniel, if we are not
What?
going to do this, they're going to do it to us.
Then how do you suggest we prepare to kill them or steal it?
Learn their weaknesses. Try to learn big powers. Use it. Save your powers. Wait them to be wounded. At the last fight, we should be ready for doing whatever is necessary.
Hmm.
Reserve your energy. Use it when they're at the weakest.
They might be more useful alive. But if it comes to that, then yes,
Then what?
we'll do what we can to kill them and take it for him. This cannot be used by these petty mortal conflicts.
She nods. Out of curiosity, how does Reniel feels about Estelle now?
Well, she's the only person who he can talk to normally. Even when he talked to Morwen, he couldn't fully speak his mind, but with her he can. So he at least enjoys talking to her
Does he
every day.
consider her a friend?
Somewhat, not too much of a friend yet because they don't know each other that well, but a bit.
How does it feel for him to have a friend?
Strange, because he never had one. I mean, probably he did when he was a kid, but ever since he embraced Hermione Mora's teachings, he was pretty much alone. So it feels weird for him to have a friend and someone who he can talk to without having to um, measure his words.
Okay. Do you mind if I move to Morven?
Sure.
Oh god. Hmm. Going to the apple.
You see, Alfarius is where you left.
I'll go sit by. Got a moment?
Yes. Always moment for you. Always.
Come, let's go in the back. I'm not feeling very jolly.
You look tired, Morven.
Yeah, well, my task took some effort, but I learned a lot.
He gets up and moves to the back room.
I have the book.
Very nice.
It won't be so nice if it reaches her.
Why?
You know those things that she does with changing her spells from ice to fire or wind to fire or
Yeah.
whatever?
Yeah,
Well,
she talks about it a lot.
yes,
So yeah.
this book expands upon that knowledge as well as other quote unquote forbidden ones. If she's dangerous now, imagine what will happen after she reads it.
Your job will be harder.
Very. I have promised Hadraniel that he will read it first.
Okay.
So I will take it to him tonight.
I think I follow where it goes.
Mm-hmm. Do you think you'll manage?
Losing hope on me, Morven.
Never.
He kind of looks like he was surprised by her saying that. Is she gonna roll deception or
No, because it's not a lie.
just a second? No, no, no. What does he see at 18?
What?
What does he see at 18?
Uh. I guess he understands that she's not lying to him. I don't know. 18 is a good roll.
He says, "Are you giving hope on me, Morven?" And she says, "Never." Is there any other meaning behind these words?
Um. Such as?
For their specific situation.
No, just letting him know that, at least after their last discussion, any doubts that she might have had for him regarding the Brotherhood, she doesn't have them anymore.
Well, Morbin, I guess I will have some. I will have to slice a ginger.
What? Sorry, I didn't understand what you said.
Okay, Morbin. I guess I will have to slice the ginger.
Well, let her know what happens when one plays with fire.
He smiles. Oh, look, there's a bed. See you later.
See you later. I need to go rest. And
So he ended
she
there?
will leave. Yes, he will go back to HQ to eat some foods high in iron.
We return to Grobnak.
Mm-hmm.
After a few hours, what kind of preparation he is going to have for this?
Just gonna try to determine what time the what do you call it? The Admira Dominion is gonna come. Wait, would I even know that? Probably would not.
He wouldn't, but nothing stops him from watching the place from distance.
Hmm. He's gonna try and scout out the place of the inn, like determine some exits and which one his room is, shit like that, and to see if there's any guards, what kind of disguise he's using.
Roll me investigation. Perception, investigation.
Don't think that there's oh, there is. Okay. 18.
He stays at the upstairs. He doesn't have any guards because he's an undercover agent. He stays upstairs in the private room that is specified for him that he bought. And it's the end of the hall. You saw him at the window at the second floor.
What time is it now?
Probably 5 p.m. Closer to dusk. Close to the dusk.
I think I'm just gonna Occam's razor this. Oof. You know what? I'm gonna try and frame the Admira Dominion, because why not? I am going to wait for them to conclude their meeting. Just watch the place, stuff like that. Determine how many Admira Dominion people are there. And if I can try to see what they look like and what they're wearing.
Two Altmers comes in. Can you roll me another investigation, please?
12.
You have advantage on this roll, but that's not enough.
Is it too late to use luck? Probably too
No.
late.
No, it's not.
Okay. why am I manually rolling it? Let's see the investigation. Wow,
You have
that
advantage on
is
this roll.
worse. Oh, nice.
One of the meetings individuals who enters is Finnabar.
I fucking knew it.
He's making a lot of he disguised himself as someone else.
Hmm. Hmm. I'm gonna try and determine the other guy's outfit and face. The one that's not Finnebar.
It's a judiciary you saw at the entrance of the city.
Oh, damn. Can I eavesdrop on them?
Not on them, but when they enter the room, yes, you can because you can
Yeah,
go up.
yeah, I would like to do that.
Are you gonna do stealthy or like some? Are you gonna use something else?
I'm gonna stealth it.
You're not gonna use like invisibility or something.
They might detect it
Pardon?
if they cast. They might be able to detect it if they were super like what the fuck do you call it? Paranoid. Would like detect magic. Wait, would even be able to detect invisible? Let me check.
The reason is I'm asking is if you cast it invisibility and then go, it is way harder to detect it.
Yeah.
Cast it near them, it is easier to detect it.
Spell compare. Okay, they can detect it on the duration you present. Blah, blah, blah. If you send that right, visible. Oh, okay. They can't detect it with detect magic. I cast invisibility on myself then. So I was reading the invisible description in detect magic to see if I would get caught if I were to go invisible and I cast invisibility.
Roll me perception. I know, listening the inside of the conversation.
I think it is perception. Yeah, it's perception. 24.
Yes, I agree that the eye will be allowed to take in by you. It's no big deal. When you come to Markarth, use the Falkreath Road. Yes. We don't need more problems between our countries, of course. We understand that the Elven mages have more unique approach to the magic than college. Or the Mages Guild, we can't leave this artifact to the Nords, of course. This is your seasons talking.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, understandable. You hear they make like talks that basically Aldmere Dominion is going to tell what's going on in Hammerfell, High Rock, Hammerfell, and Morrowind to the Cyrodiil, the Empire, and the Empire will allow Aldmere Dominion to take the eye and fuck off. Or at least that is the dealing right now. The deal that the Seasons is agreeing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not what he said in the meeting, but you're also probably you can guess that he is probably manipulating them.
Yeah, he's obfuscating what he wants. Or just using them.
The meeting ends with like Finnabar and Judiciary and along with Seasons is shaking hands. the door opens and Finnebar gets out. And while like you're looking, you kind of come eye to eye with him.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me insight.
22.
He did see you, but he's not saying anything.
I'm just gonna squint my eyes at him because I notice he sees me and just move to the side.
Finnebar turns to the Seasons and says, "It is a pleasure to meet with you, sir." It is a pleasure to meet with you as well. They always say never meet your heroes. Finnebar gives a fuck you smile. Seasons gives you another fuck you smile. And the Almeri guys start leaving. And you like the Seasons kind of like steps forward in front of the door to watch them leave.
Mm-hmm. And I try to enter the room.
Right ahead. Roll me stealth with advantage.
Yeah.
No, athletics. Sorry.
Wow, crit. 22.
You slip like a ninja.
Also, quick question. Do I still look like a Nord?
Yes? Oh, no.
Okay, nice.
Yes and
Still
no.
look like a Nord.
Not the Finnebar.
Okay.
Not the Finnebar.
Oh.
But you look like
Oh. Okay. But yeah, I'll enter the room and
Seasons comes in. He takes deep breaths. And he says, "Fucking traitor." He spits to the ground.
I'm gonna wait a few moments until he's relaxed and oof. Man, how am I gonna kill him one shot that I'm sneak attack?
Okay.
Okay. Can I? There's no coup de ground 5v at least. I think there isn't.
If you pass his AC, this is a critical hit.
I just realized I did not write down the what the fuck do you call it?
Ebony Blade.
The command. Yeah, for the ebony blade. Oh well, I'll just roll for using my rapier.
No. Use your Ebony Blade. We will use your Ebony Blade. Don't worry.
Oh, I mean like the I'll just use the what do you call it? The command using the
Okay.
rapier, so or I can finally roll it.
You roll with your dex. You get your dex stuff to your like.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like a rapier. So yeah.
You gain plus blade, 2 hands. If you are proficient with a sword, you use your dexterity modifier instead of strength. You gain +1 to attack and damage. Inflict damage because. Okay. Okay, so it is the same as my rapier, except it's a +1. We'll just add +1 to this. Wow, that is so bad.
It is
Fuck it.
No, it's not
Luck.
bad. Advantage on this roll, dude.
I'm gonna use luck just to make sure.
You have an advantage on this roll. He doesn't
Okay.
see you coming.
Okay. That's 18, by the way.
Yeah, it's a critical hit. Because you come out of nowhere, and he's like on his fucking, he's sitting on it. It's a critical hit. As far as the thing that fucking Atlas sent me some time ago. So go right ahead and roll your. It's 2d6?
Mm-hmm.
4d6.
I also add my dex to the damage, right? Let's see.
Yes.
Okay, so that's plus 4. 20.
Just a second. $21 damage.
I already added the thing.
Okay. Okay. Good. Roll initiative.
Okay. Initiative. 20.
So yeah, how does it feel to be a badass? Attack him.
I'm gonna, as he notices that he gets attacked, Gognak will use one of the voices that he copied. Should I roll for deception?
Or yes, please. You're using your actor, right?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yep. I tell him, I want you to know I do this not out of spite or power. I do this because it's for the betterment of the Empire. Then I'm gonna attack him again.
So like, you're all critical. Morven, Christine,
Yeah?
what would you do if you were a fucking spy leader?
Mm-hmm.
Someone slashed you nearly in half and then says like, I do this in the name of Empire, for the Empire to be good. And he said that shit so well, in a critical way. What would you do?
Oof. How devout is this guy to the cause of the Empire?
Extremely militant and enough to take Eye of Magnus, if you realize.
Yeah, but he also thinks that this guy also believes what he's saying, but he
Mhm.
also believes what he's saying at the same with the same conviction, right?
Grognak definitely thinks he's doing this for the Empire, not for power.
Um, I don't know. Probably pull a poison dagger out of my belt and try to go to town on this guy.
Roll your attack, roll.
I mean, if they both want the good of the Empire, I think the guy would probably accept his death, maybe?
Well, yeah, but if he thinks that he has the best of the Empire in mind, and the other guy does too, why would he believe that the other guy has a better idea than him?
I don't know.
You know,
Just saying.
it's it's a weird clash.
Roll your damage, dude.
That's all I do.
Hmm. I'm just checking his health and any rule that I may forget. He will pull a knife and try to attack you. Are you going to use your bonus action for something because you didn't use your bonus action?
I don't think I have anything that. Oh, I forgot
You
that
have reaction.
I have a spell. I keep forgetting. I'm gonna cast. Wait, is this actually a? Let me check. That's an action. I know I have a spell that can release laughter. No, that's also an action. Nope, I don't have anything that's a bonus action.
Don't you have that inspire thing?
Yeah, but I'll use that when he tries to beat the shit out of me.
That's what I'm saying. He tried to stab you.
Yeah, for the damage, I'll use cutting words.
21.
Fuck it. You know, fuck it. I'm gonna use it on that instead. Cutting words.
What does cutting words do?
It minuses 6 from that attack. So that's a 15. That's a miss.
Your turn.
Okay. Oof. Hmm. Fuck it, I'll just attack him again with the sword. $18. Is that it?
Yep. He's not wearing any armor, so yeah.
13.
Tell me how you kill him.
I'm gonna stab him in the chest, and as he's starts to like fall to the ground on his knees, I'm gonna get close to his face, remove the illusion on my face. I look at him with sorrow. I tell him, I do this not because I hate you or I want power. I do this because I know she will lead the Empire to better hands. And I'm gonna fucking shove my fucking big ass fuck off katana into his chest and just fucking do a upwards rip and tear motion.
You slice him and dice him. And basically you feel his soul slowly entering to your sword, and like your sword starting to become more powerful. And you hear the whispers in your ear. And that second you actually realize it does come from the sword. Good job, Grobnak. We have begun the road of taking over. With you, all the secrets shall be ours.
Grognak will think, just fulfill your promise. And Grognak will leave via the front door, like nothing happened. But he looks like a Nord.
Lucas, is there anything you want to do? I think you want to talk with Morgan.
I mean, I don't think I have to talk with Morin.
I think Morgan wants to talk to you.
Yes! You're gonna get a nice present! Oh god. Yeah, so when... Ahmed-chan?
Yes, what's up?
Kinda set the scene here, like, when... What time... Shit like that. Like, I went back, I ate... Get my strength back up...
I didn't understand your question. Can you ask again?
When things happen.
Mhm.
So, have a clear, timeline, huh? Like, I went back to HQ, I ate food to regain my strength, cause,
What was the time?
I don't know, nighttime, bro.
You will come to yourself at like 9 p.m.
Right.
If you take a long rest, which is 4 hours for you, it will be like 11.
Do I need to?
It's up to you.
I think that maybe I should. Maybe I should, cause I don't know in what state I was, honestly, so yeah. I will take a rest.
By the way, did Estelle already tell me what are the ingredients to make the stone thing? Not ingredients, but you.
Pardon? Oh no, she didn't actually.
Hmm.
She was not. She was quite busy with sneaking around with you, or
Right.
killing more like town assassins.
Hmm. Oh yeah, but isn't this the next day?
No,
I thought it was morning.
it was
Yes,
morning when you spoke to her. Now it's
Oh yeah,
evening.
it's evening now.
yeah. I mean, in the morning, would she have told me about the stuff that is needed to build the stone?
She didn't tell you because she didn't knew yet. She's still researching it.
Ah,
So where is Hadraniel?
in his room probably. Why would he be anywhere else?
What other people are there around? Ahmed-chan.
In his room? No.
No, not in his room. Around the HQ.
Bazook is sleeping. Ariadne and Alfaris is talking near the fire. Finnebar is just being Finnebar, fighting with Metrodel.
Yeah, I mean
Estelle is
indoors.
reading a book. Yes, there's a bunch of people they didn't sleep yet.
Wait,
Yeah,
can I try to be outside just to listen into Alfarius and Ariadne, but trying to be somewhat sneaky at least? I mean, I have a relatively good dexterity.
They're talking about Skyrim politics and the ban of worship of Talos in High Rock.
Hmm. And certainly Alfarius is being very truthful about his work.
Pardon?
I'm sure that Alfarius is very truthful and he really cares about that when he says this thing. Right.
He's offering different different criticisms, but not about like he's criticizing the very fucked up Nord.
Hmm. I guess I'll just be then sitting in a corner pretending like I'm reading a book but actually paying attention to their conversation.
ah,
Completely okay.
convenient. I will approach Hadraniel. Are you
Good
busy?
evening. Um, yes, I'm reading, can't you see?
Um, she's gonna go closer to him and kind of whisper, I may have a better read for you. Come on, play along.
Fine.
She pretty much pretending to be like a bit flirty.
Okay. Hope this is worth it.
Come on, let's go.
I'm going to follow Morwen then. Try to give a nod to Estelle just because she's probably also paying attention to that because she's not dumb.
Um, so when we reach the what's it called, the corridor.
Hmm.
So your room or mine?
Well, yours. You always visit mine, so why not make it a bit different this time?
Because of who's next to me. Out of character, you know that Favos is in the right next room.
Bazooka.
No, in Morwen's room. One
Yeah, that's
side is
true.
Favos and one side is Estelle.
That's true.
Is Favos sleeping there, though?
I
No, he's
don't
not.
know.
Usually he reads stuff in his room.
I mean, are you planning on being loud?
Well, it's not something I can control, you know.
You guys see Ariane and Alfaris going upstairs.
Let's just go.
Sure.
Yay, my room! Is this gonna lock the door once they're inside?
You know, I really hope this is important.
Would I drag you like that if it wasn't?
I don't know.
Really now. Remember what you asked of me 2 days ago?
Yes,
Well,
do.
you have been very nice to me, so it's my turn, isn't it?
Okay. He's going to sit down on a chair and place the book she was reading on the table.
She will open her purse and take a book out. You have no idea what I had to go through to get this. And honestly, had I known, I don't know if I would have taken this task. It's a very interesting book, Adranil. If Estelle hadn't saved our lives yesterday, I would have asked for a lot more gold for this. But here.
Well, can always ask for more gold anyways, I'm sure she wouldn't. Can't believe I'm excited about reading the actual foreign book. This is probably the first time.
There's nothing about it porny in there,
I
but it has some very interesting imagery.
can imagine. I'm going to take the book and
Hey,
what?
I thought we were gonna read it together.
Yes, of course, I said that, didn't I?
Well, let's do it then. I may have
Hmm.
some insights.
Sure. I'm going to. Since Estelle told me that I have to read it upside down, I'm just going to open it the normal way to read it.
Morwen will flip it around.
Do you want to explain the book or should I explain the book?
You should, because I would have to go back and read everything that you told me, but yeah. I will explain to him what I have learned about the book.
Basically, the book is about changing magic and explaining that
Hmm.
while the magic becomes more uneasy to control, the more you change the magic, but it's still doable. And that's literally it. But it
Mhm.
also goes through necromancy and all that jazz as well. You can't learn anything from this book because you're not a sorcerer
Or a wizard.
or a wizard. But it's for Estelle, probably this is priceless. It takes at least like 2 hours for you guys to completely mesh these details, though.
It really is an interesting book.
It is.
Do you want to go give it to her along with me then?
Not tonight. Tomorrow.
Why?
Because it's the middle of the night, and because I dragged you in here so that, you know, we can do some reading and some other things.
I I think you should give it to her.
I will first thing in the morning.
Or just put it under her door or something like that.
That may be risky. It's not that thin that it can fit under the door, and if anyone else sees it... Look, this book is what
Or you
is
can do what you did to me yesterday and sneak inside the room. I'm sure she's going to love the surprise.
She is not you. I do not have the same amount of comfort. You understand? She'll get it in the
Yes.
morning. There's no reason to rush.
Do you really want to risk getting caught with a book like this? Even if just for one night?
Have you ever seen me run from danger?
No. In fact, I don't know if that is bravery or just stupidity.
It's neither. You like danger too.
You know, I'm not so sure if I do anymore.
Well, I guess you're learning faster than me then. Here, I'll hide it. She will put it under the mattress.
That might make the bed a bit uncomfortable.
Well, it's a big bed.
Considering your size.
Well, you never had a problem with my size before.
Indeed. Now we probably should talk about the other job I told you about.
Can't you just relax for a night?
I think we've been relaxing for a long time now.
You may, I haven't. It's been a very stressful day for me. And getting this
What
book...
did you have to do to get this book?
Feed a vampire.
Oh, really?
Really.
Where does this vampire live?
In the city.
How powerful is he? Or she?
I don't know, but he seemed very. It was
Hey, guys.
disturbing.
I apologize, but I kind of need to go.
What, right now?
Yes, end the scene with Morven and Daniel, whatever they are doing, and PM it to me because I need to go near my grandmother.
Okay.
I really apologize. Please forgive me for today, but see you guys later, okay?
Not even an
Goodbye.
outro?
You can do the outro when you want. When you end the scene, end the game. So see you guys later.
Oh, so we can continue the scene.
Please continue the scene.
Okay. Okay.
Let me know what happens in the scene, though.
Yeah, okay. Right. It was very disturbing in there.
How so?
Well, there was a bloody altar for one, and drained bodies.
Hmm. Adriano probably doesn't look that surprised or shocked. In fact, it doesn't look any of
In any case, it was quite a stressful experience.
Hmm. Perhaps I should meet with this vampire.
Well, it's not that easy if you don't have business with him.
If you what?
If you don't have business with him.
I'm sure I can find some business to do with him.
Hadraniel, it's dangerous.
My existence is already dangerous enough to me.
Yes,
Why did you worry about danger?
and it was quite reckless of me to go. We need to remain alive until we manage to end Imric.
True. Can you tell me where to find him?
He's in the Noble Quarter.
What's his name?
Oh fuck, let me. God damn it.
I think I'm gonna go to sleep now.
Fine, go.
Goodbye.
Uh,
Bye.
shit. Give me a second, I have to scroll a lot to find his fucking name. Oh god. Okay. Okay. His name is Lord Emery Ellenwald. He's an Imperial.
Hmm.
But
Interesting name.
I don't know if finding him would be a good idea. He might see it as an insult from me. He did express desire to see me again, which I don't think I'm going to be fulfilling anytime soon.
Hmm. Either way, it's good to keep these things in mind. If you look past the creepiness of these things, it can be useful.
Well, if you are so inclined to speak with a vampire, we can do so when we go to Helgen.
I think that's going to take a while.
Well, you claim to be a patient man,
I
didn't
am.
you?
I'm not saying I'm going to meet with him now, just for future reference.
Well, and for future reference, maybe don't mention me.
When did you and Alfarius break up?
What kind of question is that?
I'm trying to create a timeline in my head. Was it before or after he left the guild for a while?
It's why he left, I guess.
Hmm. And apparently he came back with the intention of seducing Ariadne right away.
Well, I don't know what his intentions are. Not anymore, anyway, and I don't think that was his intention initially. He was trying to get back with me. I just shut him down.
Apparently it was on the day he came back.
To be fair, you know,
The point is, I think it's fairly certain to assume that he doesn't have a high opinion of me. And I don't think that he staying with the guild leader will do me any good.
I think you may be overthinking this. It's me he has a beef with, not you directly.
And you are forgetting about the fact that he's also working with Finnabar, who also doesn't have that high of an opinion of me. Don't you think? Do you really think this is overthinking it?
I think we can turn this around.
Oh,
I will fix things with Aviana, first of all. She seems to be susceptible to you, at least, on
to
a
me?
social level. She's not suspicious, she doesn't hate you. I can get closer to her and make sure her opinion of you is increased. We will need her anyway. We will need. Look, from all the people around, she's the easier one to convince, let's say. She's pretty young still and pliable. I
For some
believe
reason, I don't like the idea of manipulating her.
it's
I
going
think
to.
the things that are happening are going to open her eyes by themselves. Her eyes
Well,
by themselves.
yes, that's what I'm saying. We won't need to manipulate her. I believe she will understand what needs to be done.
And what needs to be done, Morwen?
Whatever is safer. If you
Hmm.
believe truly that this is the best option, I'll support you in that. We need to be on the same page and we need to, well, get at least Aviana on it as well, because I don't know who else would. Helping the slaves will also bring the support from Bazook.
Yes, but it might remove the support from most of the guild.
Not necessarily, you have to play this smart.
How?
Well, if we make it seem as if you were not involved at all, for example, and make it seem like we were not involved at all. There are bigger things at play around here, Hadranio. It's not just us. We aren't alone.
Clearly,
Do you trust me?
as much as I can trust anyone.
The rebellion will happen. I will help it happen. With your help, it will be even easier. I will make
I
sure
don't
Bazook
think
is
that's.
not directly involved in that.
He will want to be.
What?
He will want to be.
And will explain to him that it's in his best interest if he takes a step back and allows us to do his bidding. Look, he's not the brightest out there, but he will understand, I believe, that it's best to be handled in a more subtle manner.
Hmm. Sure, there is another way that I can help without getting directly.
Well, I will speak with someone who is organizing. I will know
Can you
more
repeat
after.
that?
I will speak with someone who is organizing, and I will know more after that. Until then,
Hmm.
we can only speculate.
Yes, yes.
Hey, now don't be impatient.
I'm not being impatient. In fact, if this doesn't happen, I think it would be much better. But if it has to,
It does. It's the right thing, and
don't
well,
tell me what is right and what is wrong.
we may have different opinions on that, but do you think it's not?
I don't care. Besides, what is the difference between a familiar and a slave?
Well, cognitive abilities for one. But listen, come here. And she will, have him sit close to her. We can turn this rebellion in our best interest.
How? Are you going to make this our army or something like that?
Potentially.
I wouldn't be against that.
Exactly. If we manage to replace the current lord with someone who we can be friends with.
Hmm. That's not an easy task.
No, it's not. But
And it has a lot of chances to fail.
the wheels are moving, Cadraniel. It is up to us to direct them so they won't fail.
And where do you want to direct them? Do you want an army for the Dark Brotherhood?
No, that's not how we operate. But if we do have them on our side, they may help with Imrek. We don't really know this man's true power, do we? We should get any advantage we can, I say.
Hmm.
You know who the
So instead of
lords...
letting them work in mines forever, we're sending them to their certain deaths against Imric. I don't see how that's any better, but just like I don't care about
They would...
slavery, I don't care about that either.
They will have a choice, at least. And they won't be in chains. Most of them are also orcs. They would welcome an honorable death over indignity. You know that very well. You know who the lord here is, right?
Of the city.
Yes.
Who is he again?
Andrew's dad.
Who?
Andrew's dad.
Who's that?
The bard! The annoying bard!
Oh, right, right, right.
Damn it, Lucas.
Yes. Why?
Because Should he fall, perhaps our little friend can rise. And then we're gonna have a little friend with a lot of power and an army at his side. A
And
loyal
the
army.
nobility that hates him because they were all owners of slaves, and possibly even the traders will hate him. I'm not sure how that's going to benefit anyone. Sure, he has an army, but an army of slaves without any good equipment is worth nothing.
You think they won't be equipped?
Not as well as a proper army.
The proper army will also belong to him when he takes his Dutch chair.
Yes, but do you really think that this army will want to support him if he decides to actually end slavery? These people are used to slavery.
They are
This is not going to
soldiers,
work.
said Raniel. They will do what the Lord commands.
That's
That's
not
what
how it
soldiers
works.
do.
They have their own minds.
Yes,
This is not going to work. I'm only doing this because of Bazooka.
stop being so negative.
I'm not being negative, I'm being realistic.
Well, realistically, you don't know all the details.
Neither do you.
No, but I will.
There are many people who benefit from slavery. They are
And
not
even more,
going to let it end like this.
Hadraniel, there are more people who benefit from not having slavery. The majority of people are simple people like you and I. They're not nobles. We're more.
But they have no money. They have no power. They don't matter.
They do have power. Just not the same kind. They just need to be...
The power they have means nothing. The money that the slave traders have can probably buy a few mercenary armies for themselves.
Do you think that the fund is worth? Slavery
Yes,
will end either way at some point, and they will have to deal with it.
shouldn't be by my hands. Or yours.
And why not?
Because this is not what you're supposed to do.
It doesn't change anything. It doesn't hinder our work, I don't think. It may even strengthen us.
I'm not so sure about that.
You wouldn't like chains around you, would you? Or maybe you do.
I I would never accept to be chained by another mortal.
And yet, you think that they should?
They are not me.
And how would you not allow yourself to be chained? Exactly.
It depends.
Would you just off yourself?
It depends.
You said you were committed to it. Are you?
I am. It doesn't mean I don't have my own doubts about it. And it doesn't mean I agree with it.
I have doubts too. I'm just trying to dispel them. I'm just trying to find ways around them. I want this to succeed.
I don't care if it succeeds or not. If it succeeds, good. If not, at least we'll be defeated and Bazooka still appreciate that I tried.
You always get the benefits, don't you?
Not always.
Well, apart from half the guild hating you, I think things are going quite well for you.
Just half. Please. Could be worse.
Yeah, could be worse. But we have to fix that. I mean, if I keep defending you, we're gonna start talking.
You don't have to defend me. In fact, I don't think anyone does. Just let Finnebar talk and people will realize that he is the problem. I don't have to
Well,
do anything else.
yeah, but if counterpoints are presented, it just makes things a little bit easier, doesn't it? Not to mention that
Hmm.
I enjoy being in his face sometimes.
That what?
I enjoy being in his face sometimes. Oh,
I have been thinking about something.
tell
I
me,
hadn't given it proper thought before, but Estelle did mention something that might be worth looking into.
tell me,
It's about Finopar.
what about him?
She was wondering if he could possibly be working with the what's the name of that thing? The spy agency of the Empire.
The
Uh,
Bandus Oculatus?
yes, that's the name. But I think it's more likely that he may be working for the same.
I... I'm pretty sure he's working for the Thalmor. Would he be so bold as to be a double agent? I don't know. But he's hiding something. And... But there is a thing that he cannot hide.
His hatred for me.
And his feelings for Aviana.
Yes.
So... That's his weakness. I don't expect him to
Is it
have...
his weakness, or is he just using her?
I don't think he's using her. I don't think he operates that way. I think he's conflicted. When I spoke with her, she told me that he was indecisive and wouldn't give her a straight answer.
I think. Well, that explains it. He doesn't want to get attached to anyone here because he is working for someone else.
Well, not just that, but perhaps he does not want to hurt her.
Doesn't want what?
To hurt her.
Oh, he's so thoughtful, isn't
As I said, this might be his weakness. This is what we can use. I don't believe he will have anything on him.
he? On what?
Same way that you don't have anything on you that would prove any connection to anything other than this guild, right? As do I.
Mm.
But if I do manage to get on the good side of Aviana and fix whatever happened yesterday,
What happened yesterday? Ah, right. The thing with
yeah, it just
Dragon.
if I could get her to just leave the dragon for just a second.
What is the problem with it?
Well, if the dragon is a mole, doesn't matter what we do if it can listen in.
You don't know if it is or not.
Exactly. I don't know. How can I risk it? So I guess I can keep conversations to just the little things. Like, what's her relationship with her dear Finnabar? I'm sure she can open up. He's done it before.
But what if Finnebar does have something? Might be worth taking a look either way.
It's something that I will need to plan very carefully, and it is very dangerous because he might be expecting it. Which means that his room is
I'll
likely
distract him.
trapped.
Make sure to distract him.
Distraction won't mean nothing if there are magic traps in there, or other ways to detect disturbances.
If he hates me as much as he pretends to, he might want to take the chance to beat me in a duel.
Well, that might be the case, but it also leaves me open. Think about it. He knows that we are talking. He knows that I defend you. He knows that you defended me in Dawnstar. He knows what he thinks. He's hanging out with Alfarius. Probably he's whispering in his ear too. He will put two and two together.
Yes, I was wondering if maybe he's the one who put the idea of dating with Ariadne in Alfarius' mind.
I don't know. Alfarius isn't so easily manipulated.
Finnebar did say he wanted to do something with Alfarius when he left.
Well, yeah, but as I said, Alfarius is not easily manipulated.
No, but he's not the one being manipulated.
No, of course.
Ariadne is lonely. She doesn't have anyone to talk to about anything.
Well, she does
I bet
now.
she spends her time just thinking about the things, the decisions she makes, and then suddenly shows this nice guy who is willing to talk to her about everything and what she believes in and stuff like that. Probably about her own feelings. Don't you think she's probably feeling appreciated at least once in her life right now? And don't you think that's bad?
I think you're a bit miffed by it because you didn't have the chance to do it first.
You know, that's. I admit that I was thinking about taking advantage of that, but I'm more worried about the fact that he might try to use that against me, specifically.
From the two of us, I'm the one who has to worry about Alfarius, Hadranil. I'm the one
So
who
I
has to
shouldn't
look
worry.
behind my
You
back.
think he won't try to do anything, especially while working with Finnebar. You think he's just going to sit there and smile if I try to talk to him.
I don't know, I don't think so, but I don't think he would directly do something, at least not at this point. He wouldn't gain
Exactly.
anything.
Not directly.
Well, he wouldn't have much to gain with getting you out of the picture, Hadranil. We all share the same goal here, basically. We need to stop Imric. Other than that,
Do we all share the same goal? I
um,
don't think anyone else here wants to give the other eye to the person I want to.
nobody else here knows about it. But it's not like another option has been presented, or a better option, so It is what it is. We don't know what they want.
Are you sure? What if your guild went? I'm sure they'd love to have the opportunity to know the location of all their targets.
Well, I do not agree with that.
Why not?
Because it would change the things in a way that it would not be the same. It's
If Finnobar is truly working with the Silence or even the Empire, do you not think he wants that for them?
probably. That's why we
Um,
need to influence them and get a majority on our side.
and Ariadne. The only thing that probably beats Ariadne's loneliness is her lust for power. If she has the opportunity to take that for herself, do you think she won't take it? Or, or your neighbor?
I think that, oh, my neighbor will definitely want it for himself, I have no doubt. As for Ariadne, yes, she is power hungry, but she's also self righteous. If she's called doubt upon it,
Even then, she's probably going to try to give it to the Nords, something like that. People who worship Talos, which is just as bad.
I don't think she would be that stupid. Look, Ariadne is the leader, but without support she's nothing. We'll find out what people want, so we can shift them. We won't be able to get everyone. Favos, for example, he'll never go for it. He's a Delvani after all.
Hmm.
But
I'm
I
not sure
think,
if I'll be able to convince everyone.
well, it will take some effort, but I think that the case can be made for it. After all, from what we know about your master, he's interested in knowledge, not power. That alone would be a good argument, because every other faction will want to use it.
That is one of my main concerns. I don't believe the Adventurers Guild should take any part in this coming war. Besides, I would give everything to see Imric being eternally tortured by my master.
I. Well, I don't know if that will go as you wish.
I hope it does.
Would it bother you a lot if it doesn't?
No, I wouldn't mind having the opportunity of doing that myself.
That's not what I mean.
What do you mean then?
His name has been called.
Who are
Imric
you talking?
is my contract, Draniel.
What?
His death has been.
What matters is his death,
Well,
isn't it?
yes.
How
That's
he dies doesn't really matter.
that's what I'm trying to tell you, that his soul already belongs to Sithis. He just doesn't know it yet. Your master
Well,
knows that.
what?
Your master knows that.
Well, if that's the case, then perhaps you could be tortured for, I don't know, a few thousand years and eventually given to your brotherhood.
This isn't how it works.
But it could be.
That's not how it works. But if you wish to torture him, we'll have a huge fight with him probably at some point, and this confrontation will be, or should be, enough to satisfy you. And if it
Fighting is not
doesn't,
torturing.
no, it isn't, but
But
he will be one with nothingness. His name will be erased from the books. He'll become nothing. That's all
that's not
that matters.
good enough.
Come now, Hadranil, don't be petty.
Someone who wanted to be a god, for someone who wants to be a god, just being erased shouldn't be enough. He should be disgraced for the whole of eternity.
If he is disgraced, his name will be remembered.
Yes, as the man who tried to destroy the world and failed.
Failed, but accomplished things in the meantime, like destroying the Sijic order.
That won't change.
I don't know. Personally, I believe that the worst that you can do to a man is erase him from the annals of history. So that it is like he never existed, like he never mattered.
Perhaps. So what happens now?
What happens now?
Are you going to try to suffer any? No, not try. Are you going to suffer any assassination attempts anytime soon?
I don't know that, but I believe that they were dealt an equally destructive blow as we did. We'll see. I wouldn't worry too much. Whatever happens will happen.
I suppose. I'm not so sure if I'm that willing to risk myself if that thing happens again. But we'll see.
I wouldn't ask you to. This is my
Or at
fight.
least, maybe I'll do that without having to turn myself into a rat.
But you were so cute. But yes, I wouldn't ask it of you.
Your compliments do brighten up my day.
Well, what can I say? What was I supposed to tell you? That the rat wasn't cute?
Rats are weak. Maybe next time I'll just stand up for me instead.
Next time, you don't need to help me, Hadraniel.
We'll
I
see.
shouldn't have let you. This is my fight, and I will suffer the consequences for it.
This thing of you telling them that I'm a possible recruit. Not sure if that's going to work.
Well, it saved your life for the time being there, so that's enough for me.
I don't. I'm not an assassin.
But he's an assassin.
Not an assassin that kills for money, at least.
Not everyone does it for money. People do it for different reasons.
And I would rather do whatever I do right now, alone, like always.
But you don't think of how much knowledge you could gain from it?
What are your rules?
The rules are to not wrong or harm your own people
Hmm.
and obey. This is the
See,
gist of it.
see, the things we did in this own guild so far have harmed a lot of people from the guild. And obeying cannot obey anyone else than you know who.
Well, you would be the first or the last to be part of my brotherhood and also serving another. Those two don't exclude each other.
It is not right to serve two lords.
This is not how the Dark Brotherhood operates.
Well, I'll,
The
perhaps I'll think
job,
about your offer.
the job would be to just kill people, send their souls to the void. What you do with whatever knowledge they may possess, it's up to you.
Hmm. Maybe one day I'll consider that.
Well, I'm not gonna pressure you.
Hmm.
However, we might have need of outside allies anyway.
For what exactly?
Whatever you're good at, I guess. That remains to be seen.
Hmm.
As long as you're trustworthy.
It is. Hmm.
What's wrong?
What if Ophelius does these things to make sure that the eye stays with the Dark Brotherhood? You said you don't agree with it, but would you step in if that is what he's doing? Would you stop him?
I have my ways. And I
What?
have. I have my ways. And I have the ear of our superiors.
Perhaps that is the reason why he came back.
Why?
Because as soon as he came back, he went to try to seduce Ariadne, as I said. Maybe he was given this order.
He wasn't given this
How
order.
do you know?
Because at the time I outranked him.
What?
I outranked him. which means I would have had that ordered, and it didn't.
But he was away.
The Brotherhood doesn't care about the eye, Hadranil. I can assure you of that.
I wouldn't be so sure of that.
And if they do, I will find out and fix it. There are many things I need to fix anyway.
Hmm. Well, you mentioned that you wanted to read the book and do other things.
Well, if you're up for it, of course. Are you? Enter the look!
What?
The look!
Ah. I think so. Though I can, I don't think I have to. I don't think it has to be as intense as it was yesterday.
Yes, I hope so too. I'm a bit spent on that regard. But I know that you can be gentle if you want.
Yes, I can be whatever necessary when necessary.
Oh, but don't hold back on me. I want you to enjoy it.
Hmm. Um. So I guess we can end
Yeah.
the scene.
Yeah. Fade to black. Bye bye. Wait. Well, that's the story of Tamriel, people. Thank you, watchers, for watching and players for playing. See you next time. Bye!